Hello there, Gumshoes. This is Sensei Starman, and welcome back to Let's Play Tex Murphy Killing Moon Rising, the Day 1 Alpha Test. Well, last time you'll recall, we finally stopped exploring Chandler Avenue and got on with the game and talked to Rook the pawn shop owner about his burglary issue. We assembled all the clues we need to try and figure out who done it. Problem is that there is a glitch, and there's a discussion about this on the Steam forums for the game, that as I record this on Sunday, July 19th, there is supposed to be a patch coming out sometime in the next 24 to 48 hours, because there is some issue where if you save the game, load a game, and then try and come back and do the CrimeLink Computer puzzle, the game will not trigger the little video that's supposed to play that says, hey, you have a suspect. Now, I've reinstalled and uninstalled the game a few times at this point, tried clearing my save files, can't find exactly where my save files are being stored. So I just played through the whole game again. We're going to give this a shot because I have not even looked at the computer before this moment. And yeah, the really wonky thing is that you cannot mistakenly click anything wrong on this. Okay, so Caucasian male, 6'3", 6'4", 300 pounds, not a mutant. Red hair, 2 eyes, green eyes, AB negative blood, size 14 shoe. And it said just to click, the guy who suggested a fix suggests that you just click anchor. And there we go, possible matches 1. I think the issue before may have been that I was clicking arm for location, not thinking that it said scars there, but yeah. View file. And let's see, McFlim, 6'4", 300 pounds, Caucasian, not a mutant, red hair, green eyes, AB negative blood, anchor tattoo on right arm, no aliases. Wanted for burglary, mail fraud, attempted extortion, petty theft, burglary, arson, attempted fraud, grand theft speeder, importing illegal novelty items. Note, the whereabouts of Mick Flim are unknown at this time. The SFPD are interested in questioning him about the recent disappearance and suspected murder of Rusty Clown. It is likely that Flim and Rusty were working together when Flim was arrested for illegally importing Asian novelty items. Flim may have murdered Rusty to get revenge for letting him take the fall. This theory has been supported by a street informant, Beak Neriz, who claims to have seen Flim within the past few weeks. Neriz reports seeing Flim in an extremely intoxicated state, apparently hallucinating, saying that Rusty Clown's ghost was out to get him. And we got the picture of him there. Definitely an ugly customer. But hey, now we got some new names to ask about.
That door leads to the street.
And we're looking for information about something on the street.
What can I do for you, Tex?
Chelsea is the one to ask.
Wish I could help you there, Tex.
And we do have Rusty Clown as an option now.
Oh, I remember Rusty. He had a kid's show on TV when I was young. I hated the show. That clown makeup always scared me. Oh yeah, I know Beach. If you want to talk to him, you might try hanging out around Coit Tower.
And there's our hook. And sure enough, that's him in the distance. getting the wonky music that was his theme. And you'll note that Beak is a very nicely animated model. There's a reason he's called Beak, given his particular mutation. This is a bit of a callback to Mean Streets and Martian Mandarin, and we saw less of this as the series progressed, but some of the mutants didn't just get horrible scars, they started looking more like something from X-Men. Looks like they still need to paint his trunk.
I walk up the steps to Coy Tower and spot a small figure lurking in the shadows. In the half-light, I can see only the person's profile, but it's definitely Beak. As I walk towards him, he glances around, then approaches me warily, like a vegetarian sizing up a pot pie.
What are you staring at?
And it looks like we don't have any subtitles here. Let's see, down to business, establish identity, admiration for Beak's most prominent feature. Well, let's confirm it's him first.
You must be Beak Nerys.
Huh? Yeah, that's me. But I ain't smelled you before. Who are you?
Refer to Chelsea, down to business, Coy Dealmaker. Everybody likes Chelsea, so referencing her probably a good way to get on his good side.
Chelsea Bando said I could probably find you nosing around up here.
Yeah, Chelsea. Good egg. Nice looker. So, what do you want?
Well, deal for info.
I need information, and I'm willing to deal for it.
What's that? Deal? Well, I'm listening. What you got?
Well, we do have that free nose job certificate.
Okay, I can use this. My nose has started sagging lately. Makes it hard to breathe. Now, what kind of info you looking for, huh?
Well, we might as well ask about everybody.
I haven't got any info on that. Chelsea. Smart girl and a real looker to boot. She's got a cute little nose. I can't help you there.
Doesn't know anybody in the neighborhood.
She runs that pizza place with her husband, Sal. I don't know much about her. A true Italian knows, though. He lets his wife run the pizza joint. I don't know what he does. Though I've heard some things about who he does. You can tell he drinks a lot by that snaz of his. I haven't got any info on that.
All right.
I know a little about him. Runs a pretty successful PI business.
Rubbing in.
The bracelet is the bait Mick Flem uses for the pawn shop robberies. Rook's pawn shop was robbed by a two-bit crook named Mick Flem. He and his girlfriend have knocked off half a dozen pawn shops over the past month. The girl goes to a pawn shop and hawks a bracelet for a decent amount of cash. Then Flem breaks into the pawn shop and steals the bracelet, along with anything else he finds. Mick Flam's rap sheet would take a day to read. He's a fat scum, and he's an idiot to boot. That's why he's always getting caught. He's been busted for burglary, mail fraud, arson, you name it. Everyone knows he operates out of the Snow White warehouse, but don't tell him.
Snow White warehouse, eh?
I think he's dead, and I'll bet Mick Flam had something to do with it. Word was the two of them were smuggling illegal novelty items from Hong Kong, and Rusty crossed Flam. Ever since Rusty disappeared, Flam has had a terrible fear of clowns. Bozophobia. I once saw Flem pretty drunk, and he said he had nightmares of Rusty's ghost coming back to haunt him from the grave. He was completely terrified.
All right, well, good to know. So it looks like our next target...
That great old landmark, the Coy Tower, rises high above the skyline.
And we cannot look at the wiener stand. But yeah, looks like we need to get into Rusty's. And how are we supposed to manage that? Well, First law of adventure gaming, kids, always check the doormat.
Looks like a welcome mat, but when it's on the doorstep of a novelty shop, you can never be too careful. Whoa, a key. Rusty the Clown's novelty shop. Closed down a few months ago after Rusty mysteriously disappeared. The police suspect foul play, but I think he probably just choked to death on his own bad jokes.
Leaving Rusty's, come again.
Sign says, leaving Rusty's, come again. Thanks. I will. The prices in here are unbeatable. Just a couple of empty old packing boxes.
Well, it says they're empty, but those are in fact empty.
Ooh, a small nozzle. Probably a helium dispenser used for filling balloons. The counter cabinets look like they're worth checking out. Cool. A plastic dart crossbow. It'll make a nice addition to my non-violent weapon collection.
Speaking of which...
Wow, the limited edition Daryl Hannah wig and mannequin set. I'll bet this is a real popular mask. Why, it's Mr. Sloppy Lasagna Eater. Oh, this is a scary mask.
It looks a little like Mike Tyson.
Well, this must be Mr. Grimm. He's a reaper. Looks like my 4th grade teacher. Well, I have no idea what I'd ever do with a stacking ring, but what the heck.
Second rule of adventure gaming, kids. Always grab everything that isn't nailed down. Rule number 3 is, if it is nailed down, find a hammer.
These weapons are all made of plastic. All bark and no bite. They're completely useless.
Hex, you just said you had a non-violent weaponry collection.
Whoa! For a second there, I thought someone had decapitated Inspector Burns and left his head on the floor. What a great mask. This wig probably sells well during the Bay Area Yodeling Festival.
Or among Harley Quinn cosplayers.
A mask of the king? That's blasphemy! This wig must be quite popular with shy people. Whoa, this wig would even make someone like me look glamorous. Whoa, this wig would even make someone like me look glamorous. Maybe this key fits in that employees only door.
That is a thought.
Looks like some kind of in-house television.
Hi, kids, it's me, Inspector Burns. And as we all know, fire can be our friend, but fire can be our foe. So many times, fire starts so carelessly. And what can fires do? Fires burn you. Never, never light matches. No, no, no. Fire is dangerous. Fire made me look like this. Do you want to look like me? No, no, no. Don't look like Inspector Burns. Don't play with matches.
Inspector Burns. I always thought he was a freak, but the kids love him. So does Ardo.
Now, this does raise the interesting question, since Rusty had his own kid show, and Inspector Burns has his own kid show. Is Inspector Burns actually horribly burned like that, or is it just makeup? Given the world of Tex Murphy, it's plausible either one happened. You know, he's a mutant who, that's what his mutation is.
Looks like some kind of in-house television.
These are the things I think about that keep me up at night and kept me out of the good schools.
Apparently, Rusty was very fond of empty cardboard boxes.
Who isn't?
It's a Rusty Clown life-size doll. Wow. It's a dead ringer for... Oh, no pun intended.
Yeah. And in case you're wondering how that's a pun, well, I guess they presumed we were going to go in the employees only area before. And I was kind of looking around because we can find a dart for that crossbow somewhere, but I forgot exactly where in the room is. It sticks out way more in the classic game. I mean, they had to, with all the pixel hunting you had to do just to identify anything in the first place. Yeah, never mind. We don't need it for this chapter anyway. Funny thing is, that doesn't look anything like Rusty.
I can't get over how lifelike this doll is. If it didn't have a hook on the back and a battery compartment, I'd swear it was Rusty himself.
Battery compartment, you say?
I had a set of stacking rings just like this one when I was a little PI. Even has a small hole in it, just like the rings I had. Man, fill one of these with water and you can chuck it a mile. Locked. If I can unlock this door, I may be able to go where only clowns have gone before. A balloon strategically located near the water faucet. Looks like Rusty didn't go down without a fight.
Ah, there it is. Forgot it was in this room. I wonder...
Well, that's not gonna work. The sink must have been used for developing photos. Not much use for it now since all the developing equipment's gone. Posters in here tell you more than you'd ever care to know about film processing.
Enlargements? Don't mind if I do.
Posters in here tell you more than you'd ever care to know about film processing. Posters in here tell you more than you'd ever care to know about film processing. Why in the world would Rusty keep a barrel of toxic acid? Why in the world would Rusty keep a barrel of toxic acid?
Well, ask a stupid question. And another placeholder video from the original game, but...
Oh, lordy. So this is where Rusty ended up. What a way to go. And I'm willing to bet he didn't crawl in here on his own. Someone murdered him. Why in the world would Rusty keep a barrel of toxic acid? Clown remains are never pretty.
Ugh. And as long as we're here, even though we don't need this until the next day. Nonsense loop alone. And that's all we can do here for now. Oh, and just put the mat back, only polite. So yeah, Beak told us that Mick was hiding out in the Acme warehouse.
Flem is working out of this warehouse. It looks like he got careless. The door's unlocked.
And I'm going to do a quick save here. Yeah, you can see I'm pulling a late night recording this one. Insomnia kind of sucks, kids.
If this is Mick Flem's hangout, he'll probably be back soon. I better try. Yummy! A bottle of turnip schnapps. This table and the bottle on it aren't dusty like everything else here. Well, this is actually a... Locked. Well, that's not gonna work. Locked. Well, that's not gonna work.
Okay, I thought that this was the key to the electric box.
Locked.
Wait. I'm misremembering again because it's been a while since I played this, but we actually want to be up here. Grab this key.
Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work. Locked. This table and the bottle on it aren't dusty like everything else here. Someone's used this recently. The rusty doll looks great on the pulley hook, but I'll need to get it to move before it'll do me any good.
And hey, we now have a flashlight.
Well, this is actually a storage compartment. Looks like it requires a special combination key. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work.
Okay, so I can't combine the keys.
Well, that's not gonna work. Well, this is actually a storage locked.
Oh, wait. Duh.
This must be the power box for the warehouse, and it's locked. The heavy footsteps I hear must be Flem. Luckily, my rusty trap's all set. I'll need to find a hiding place as close as possible to the pulley control box. When Flem least expects it, I'll throw the pulley lever and bring Rusty back from the dead.
Heavy footsteps there. And again, downscaled video. Takes out his keys. Takes out some other stuff.
Ooh, it's me, Rusty Kids, and I'm here to Mommy's come back!
And here are the keys I'm looking for. Oh, but still got that hole there. Nice looking bracelet. And the flashlight's a new addition. We can now use it to light up dark areas. Didn't have this option in the original Under a Killing Moon, but they added it in Tesla Effect, and it was so lovely they've apparently elected to bring it back.
A lockbox within a lock. Well, this is actually a storage compartment. Looks like it requires a special combination key.
And finally, Actually, click it to open it. We have... Well, what do we have? Looks like a nice little gem, but it's actually a piece of jade. No captions describing everything in the box, and I believe that's it for day one.
I'm telling you, it's impossible. It can't be done. I've tried everything.
The prophecy is very clear. We can't go on until this step is completed. Surely your unique skills give you opportunity?
My ability has gotten us nowhere. Capricorn got there before me. They're always one step ahead of me. It's like they can read my mind.
We can't let them stop us. Maybe we can use your skills on someone else. I've made inquiries. And if he hasn't gotten himself killed, maybe he's just what we need. Murphy. Tex Murphy.
Well, that's it, kids. The end of day one of Under a Killing Moon. So, what can I say that I haven't said already? So far, this looks great. I mean, the upscaled intro here says everything, but yeah, this game is going to be phenomenal when it finally comes out, and the really awesome bit is that they are still doing updates on the alpha as people were finding glitches. As I said earlier, we were promised a update about the same time I've started looking for, hey, is anybody else having problems with the CrimeLink Computer puzzle, and determining that yes there were, and that only way to really overcome it was to just play through the whole thing without saving and being absolutely sure not to click on anything else but what you need to click on. So yeah, maybe as they update it and maybe put out previews of everything else, I'll keep playing this one. But this is it for now, so thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to go see the rest of the classic Tex Murphy games and my playthroughs for them, or play them yourself, I've got links to all of them, as well as where you can buy the Tex Murphy tie-in novels by Aaron Connors. Once you play the games, I particularly recommend a new one called The Steakhouse Stakeout. Just came out in 2025. It's set between Tesla Effect and Overseer, and it involves Tex taking on a particular job, but the great thing about the book is that if you remember the old Choose Your Own Adventure series, it's a Tex Murphy story that, much like classic adventure games, gives you an option to try and help Tex work his way through a case, and there is a optimal ending. There are other less optimal ones, ranging from you survive to you survive, get the case solved, and actually get paid for your trouble. Not all the endings have that happen, and there are, of course, many colorful and interesting ways to die. But that's it for me for now, so once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next adventure. Take care until then.